I wore this sweater today and it was the opposite way. So there's a cultural meme that says that it's actually good luck and a good morning to all. It is your commonly, commercially presented day for Mother's Day, May 9th. Now I know many people are critical of me and like mock me and call me a baby. Oh my god. Tell it to your creator. I was served a covenant that says I am mother of new creation and I live to honor that. Now, we have very pressing issues here on the horizon. It so turns out that this, latest arrest that they put me under at the Ocean Dunes location for trespassing my own property from people who are audacious enough and powered up enough in the new America that is terrorist based and overruled by a satanic cult of fraud people from Latino gang, MS-13 terrorism that created COVID and wars in Ukraine and Russia instead of the mission that I and my lineage have been diligently working generations now. My grandmother would come to Texas and generations of high levels education, American boards, doctors, and everything in my family to gather the necessary funds for this global endeavor for new creation purposes, now infested by some people who allegedly have been putting rat poison in my food. So anybody out there who's trying to say that I'm some coke or crackhead because of my twitching, I am being poisoned for years so that you all think these thoughts about me, so that you can all stay dumbed down and you can all serve these frauds and think it's such a joke to sell off your own constitution and your own flags for prunes. So this morning and last night I've been calling a lot of magistrate people in Beaufort County for these matters, public representation or whatnot, since all my funds are stolen by these people. And I've been telling them what's going on. So, these frauds for like, love has won. They're just a bunch of terrorist people. Miguel Lamboy, Russell Pearson, they're all terrorist people. Stephen Thompson, anyone who's not standing for me that's it. Like, now you draw the line. It's Andrew, Jonah, all of you. Oh, you want to fight over me? Game of Thrones, who's gonna? No. You fight for justice and for mission. And you stand up and you say, she's not Dima Tabrawi, she's not Aurora, whoever duality you're going by, and you rectify your actions, but you still don't want to do that because you still want me poisoned under rat poison, because you still want to be thieves. So up until last night, they had me take 2 city buses to go to a location where obviously they weren't going to be. They sent me this fraud guy, that also is called Steve, just to like have me with a rando so that they can prove that I'm not the real me, so that she can have the funds. And then I come back here, they stay here in 15. All they do is spy on me legally, and word is amongst the inmates. I mean, I now know the other side of the coin. People like Samantha, Nottingfield, Samantha Nottingham, very good girls from like Santa Helena Island, or I've met all these people from South Carolina that are on the victim side, that like the government stole all her horses, property, everything. Just like last arrest, they only arrested me last week to steal my bike so that they can have an argument. Now have like one of their buddies purchase me a new, which is very kind in essence. It's for someone to offer me a new bike, correct? But if you think about things deeply, then they'll say, oh, look, she doesn't even have that bike. It wasn't her. She's not the one who took all these pictures all these years on Hilton Head. That's not the same bike. Oh, she painted it gold again, but that's not the bike they stole. So the cop, Ray, arrested me so these people can steal my bike so that they can have additional evidence that she's the real me and I'm a fraud. So last night up until like midnight, he's posting fake messages on YouTube. So these people took my funds to make a fake mission. Their fake mission consists of taking down the United States of America and poisoning the good people and playing you all against me so that you can all mock me and say I'm a drug addict when they're poisoning my food with rat poison, stealing all my money for years, and now they're using my money to pay tarot people to post fake messages on YouTube, to create fake news, fake wars, Ukraine, Russia, fake illnesses, biological warfare, chemical warfare, just to dumb you all down so that you can all be as dumb as you all currently are. None of you is working. They don't even have jobs anymore. Nobody is even working anymore. And those who are all lazy. You have a college here for culinary arts and whatever on the south end, and nobody can even swipe their own bar. Everything is dirty. Everyone is dirty. All they ever do in these bars is get commands and calls from these terrorists to put rat poison another time in my next drink or my next meal. So, a long story short now, I'm not sure how we're going to proceed, but the person who was my public defender on the first case for fake for drug possession, whatever that was, they got this guy to pick up her phone and like try to reactivate that so that they can send me off to Florida as Aurora Morningstar. Little did he know I now have like a South Carolina ID, but they're gonna also try to prove that that's fake and I was never Dima Tabrawi, nor did I ever apply for Aurora, so that they can keep like the fake power over, since now the United States White House governmental website, whitehouse.gov, is operated by Costa Rican satanic powers, and over there they have like fake Lucifer churches, in Costa Rica and Mexico. They think that Lucifer is like this person whom, you have to sacrifice idols to and animals and drink blood and sacrifice people, and they all go wild. That is not what the Lightbringer does. Not in a billion years. If anybody thinks that this guy here is the Lightbringer or Lucifer, the Lightbringer would never, ever, ever try to get me the whole night to knock at his door, ring the bell, to then get his neighbor upstairs to come down and make pretend he's Pakistani. For that neighbor upstairs to come down and tell me one word about me speaking constitutional English and asking for my rights with lawyers at the door of some idiotic fraud for American who is a total jackass, totally overruled by some terrorists from other nations who are thieves whom he married in Tennessee, using my identity, keeping me under the tree, yelling for days, and then another one in Vegas just to steal my archaea just because he wants power over me. And then yesterday he gets his buddies on the south end to call me so that I go there. And then they post fake messages on YouTube by God now. Now they think they're God. God says, choose not materialism, so that I like give up my birthrights and the money for mission so that they can keep frauding you all, creating biological warfares and wars and poisoning you all. Because if you think it's only me being poisoned, be very mistaken. They are adding additions to every food, everywhere, like these powders that they put for fake preservatives and everything, just to keep you all dumbed down the way you are, so that you can all make fun of me with your kids. And what are you gonna do today? Oh, it's Mother's Day. You're gonna go and buy a fancy meal and say Happy Mother's Day when you're all ignoring your mother new creation. You're all ignoring every freaking year. It's been since 2012 I'm here. Nobody has went to every nook and cranny, and they stole many of my bike. It's not that the first one that they steal. Every tree, every animal, every pixel parcel knows me by name, by person, by essence. But you Mongoloids are all poisoned enough, entitled enough to think it's so funny to make little remarks when you come next to me, or to sing dumb songs when I'm in the bus. Swish, swish, bish. Bye, baby. You're all a bunch of idiotic little egomaniac trolls who have no understanding of how graciously disgusting this is for you all to sell off America, the Constitution, the flag, for a bunch of ignoramus trolls from goddess forsaken terrorist nations, just because, oh, your leader whom you all worship, Stephen Gerrard Thompson, is like on rotation here next door. He's rotating my fraud for fake best friends. Oh, Carol Habushi, Ambura, Amber Dongalarja, oh, the Amber Heard case. Oh, Victoria Diaz, Heather Harvey, the little terrorist pervert. Oh, Cristal Cordoba. In sequence, one after the next, and then they tell me, oh, you have problems. No, you're poisoning me with rat poison. I don't have any problem. You're all thieves, and all they want is to keep the funds to keep mission derailed so that there's never going to be full planetary liberation. All there'll ever be is a bunch of fornicating, little perverted, nasty whores going around in circles, getting fucked in a whore, in a fake clockwork orange way to keep you all under the influence of being as dumb possible people that you all have been, and proliferate that amongst your dumb children and your dumb schools, and then mock me. Ha ha. So I'm not sure how we're gonna take down this Beaufort government, because there's word like they're robbing everyone, my money, everybody. Like the inmates were out like terror, like my, the real girls, like not the fraud for like Hilton Head hookers, Caitlin Gretzinger, Heather Harvey, Brendan Irvin, the idiots who just get fucked because they are privileged little kids that can steal from like good people and then get away with it because it's so funny to have the Grand Hotel Hilton Inn called Brendan mock me that night because, oh, they're the ones who had SP say that, oh, she's not Dima. Dima had long hair that was curly. Please, if all Americans are that facade, and because I can change my hair and look like a natural in any color, it doesn't give anyone the privilege to hire personnel by those Indian disgusting people at the Ascend Hotel who was once Metropolitan, who refused to give me the evidence that I lived there 9 months. And oh, Matt Hudson will never say one word, nor will anyone. Everybody will just shut up for that you guys to keep being little fraud troll broads that get fucked like assholes and that are crack cocaine. You're all drug addicts and you're trying to make pretend it's me because you're poisoning me for years and you all know it. And all you're trying to do is take down this guy so that I can go, suck one of your dicks, as if it's going to make any difference with your stupid Game of Thrones that is in itself anti-constitutional. Because if a whole nation that believes that you are all created equal under the sun and under God, but now you all accept as a nation that if I go towards that dick, I can have those rights, but if I go towards that dick, I can have different rights, none of you is American. You are all disgusting, and you want America to fall. I will not let it. And I am Aurora, mother of new creation, bitches. And that doesn't mean I'm going to be some mom with a bunch of troll-ass kids that I manipulate to have power over some guys so that I have a roof over my head. Please. You're all freaking disgusting.